Fuck you!
What's good, people? Today I'm bringing you a little impromptu video because yesterday I received this beast that you see in front of you in the mail, which I've been waiting feverishly for. So I figured it'd be a good idea to, just make a little video showcasing it, just sort of, review it. I mean, I say review, but I don't have many critiques apart from extremely small nitpicks, so more or less it's just gonna be me showing off the statue and talking about every aspect of it I love, of which there is a lot. And unfortunately, this is gonna be like that D-Arts Terry review. I don't have the best equipment for this. I'm literally recording it on my phone. I'm taking pictures with my phone. I don't have a proper big boy camera that can, really show it off in pristine quality, but I'll do my best to make it look presentable. So as you can see, this is the Connecticut's Geese Howard, the villainous CEO statue. Connecticut's is a statue making collectible company based in, I think, Singapore. And they do a lot of video game franchises, but they mostly seem to specialize in fighting games. They've done some Street Fighter stuff. Yeah, I think they're doing some Darkstalkers, Guilty Gear. But they've done a couple SNK pieces. They did a Mai statue, and then they did Terry. They've done this Geese, and now they're doing a Hamaru for Samurai Showdown. And a little background on this statue specifically. Okay, so I put the order in for the statue just after my 18th birthday in 2020, 3 years ago. Now, that is a long wait. It became a bit of a meme between my friends and my family. Sometimes my concern was, I don't even know if I'll even live at the same address when this finally ships. And then, I waited more, and it became, I don't even know if I'll still be alive when this ships. But, this is a pretty, I think, quite a, small, independent company, Connecticut's. If in Singapore, COVID, I imagine, really slowed down the process for a lot of their products, really screwed them over. So, I'm not gonna, sit here and whine like, oh, I waited so long, because it is what it is. But I have it now, and I never was truly worried about not getting it, obviously, because they kept announcing new stuff. My parents were like, you got scammed, and I'm like, calm down. It was actually funny. There was one time during the wait where it was just complete radio silence for a while. So I hopped on Twitter and I was having a little whinge and moan about it. I was like, oh, I spent like 600 on this statue. It'd be nice to have a little update on it, thanks. And then I swear to God, within like half an hour, Connecticut's has a update on the Geese statue on their website. It was insane. It's like they're watching me. Are you watching right now, Connecticut's? Hey, if you want someone to promote any new statues, hey, I'm open. I'm kidding. Or am I? This year, actually, a lot of stuff started to move forward around the start of the year. They sent out an email, saying, hey, if you ordered Geese, let us send you a t-shirt, bro. Just as, like a kind gesture to say sorry for how long the statue was taking to release. And, it's pretty cool because I got the Terry t-shirt that they have. In my opinion, they should have given me a free statue. They should have given me a free Terry statue. There is a Terry statue that goes along with this Geese. I'm sure you've all seen it. I don't own it. If someone owns it and wants to get rid of it for some fucking reason, hit my line, hit my Discord, hit my DM, email me, ring me up on my phone, send me a fucking letter. I will pay handsomely. Not a joke. Anyway. So I got the free Terry shirt, and then they around April, I think they were like, we plan to ship him at the start of next month, and then May comes around, nothing, June, nothing, and then finally in July, a couple weeks ago, I get this email about this motherfucker's in Germany. Geese is visiting Germany, hitting up Krauser, and it was almost surreal. It was surreal that this was actually a thing that I am going to receive, and now it's in front of me. And look at it. It's amazing. It is extremely heavy. It's massive. The box is huge. I had to hold it up my stairs with my dad when I was unboxing. I was going to record an unboxing, but it wouldn't have worked because I had to get my brother to help me unpack him because he was so heavy to pull out of the box, like so securely packed. Probably would have made for a really bad video. I did want to create some sort of content with him, so let's just take a look and appreciate the glory that is this Geese Howard statue, man. Oh my god, I own it! It's in my room right now, bro. I waited since I'm 21 years old now. I was 18. I was freshly 18 when I purchased this. Holy crap, there it is. So how about we just jump right into actually taking a look at the statue itself.
Sleepwear!
That's right, Geese. Let's start off the base. When I took out the stand, I believe on the back, no shot in how I could look at this now. Unless I disassembled the whole thing, which I can't be bothered to do. But I think mine was 26 out of 130, so very limited piece right here, which is awesome. I think Terry was like 200 something, I might be wrong. The stand itself, I mean, I believe it's supposed to be modelled after a King of Fighters 98 stage, because that's the branding the statue has. It's King of Fighters 98 Ultimate Match, like the Storm figure line. And I think it's supposed to be the Grease stage, but I don't recognise the actual flooring. But it does look really cool. I'm not really big on statues that have all these massive like background details and stuff. You know, I like it when the actual focus is the character. I mean, obviously the focus is always the character, but there's stuff like that Mary statue, which is, you know, still really cool and like a really good looking statue, but it has all this crap flying around there, and I'm like, I just want to focus on the centerpiece, which is the character itself and the move they're doing. It looks really good, but it doesn't, you know, take attention away from the center focus. I mean, if I squint, those just look like real stones to me. I mean, I was immediately impressed with the paint application right out the box, so I was like, damn, that looks like stones. Every material here looks like how it should. It's amazing. And you got all the rocks, you know, coming up from the Reppuken and stuff, you know. Looks really cool. The Reppuken itself is just massive. It is massive. I mean, you know, you can see the scale in the pictures, but it's a different thing entirely to actually hold a massive goddamn Reppuken in your hands. It's so huge, and it looks great. Everything just looks great. That's the whole video. The whole video is going to be just, it looks great. So I don't know how common this is in the, you know, statue world. It may surprise you to learn that I'm not rich enough to buy these on the reg, but what's cool is it comes in a few different parts that you have to put together, but the different parts that you slot together are magnetic, so they sort of just go in seamlessly. And at first I was like, that doesn't feel very, like, you know, secure, but then I couldn't get it out, and I was like, what happened? I didn't even, like, you know, push it in very hard or anything, and then I realized it's magnetic. So, you know, that's awesome. So moving on to, you know, the main man himself, Geese, just looking at him, and it's hard to describe. It's such a, how do I even, like, talk about this? It's such a good model, right? I really like seeing SNK characters brought to life in 3D with really high fidelity models, and this is just such a good, like, recreation of Geese from 98. It just looks perfect. There's nothing really I would change. Again, there's only tiny little nitpicks that I have, but overall, I mean, the sculpt is just really well done. The sleeves look good. The obi. I think the most impressive, like, paint job on the statue itself, the most impressive detailing, is the skin. Just genuinely looks like skin. It's crazy. I've never even seen that, even on, like, other statues that I have seen. The skin never quite looks as good as this. I don't know how they do it, but the skin genuinely looks like, hey, this is a human skin. Even the scar, I mean, looks really realistic. If there is one thing that I think looks not as amazing on it, it's probably his hair. Not really crazy about the colour. It's sort of like a, almost like a dull greenish colour, as opposed to like blonde, which you'd usually expect from him. But again, that doesn't bother me at all, really, to be honest. It's a very small nitpick. Like, another thing is his head. I'm more used to. It's pretty defined. It reminds me a lot of the Tekken model, actually. I'm personally more a fan of Geese having sort of a round, circular head like a fucking orange. That's just how Ogura usually draws him, and you know how I like Ogura, but again, that's not a real criticism, that's just a personal preference, and again, it doesn't actually take away from my enjoyment of the statue. It's just so good, man. I mean, the little pendant looks great. It's like an actual, like, tiny baby necklace. His pants have really good texturing. I don't know what you'd really quite call it, but it just looks really nice. Again, the drapery and the folds in the clothing look really good on it. His little tiny feet, his socks look like, I don't know, sort of like a woolen material. Everything is just really well textured, and even though it's all made out of the same material, just the detail is so good. Oh, and also geese can hug you when you're sad, so that's a cool feature that I wasn't expecting. So obviously another big feature of the statue is that it does light up with LED lights that are just built into the base, and you can, I like that you can just plug it in via USB, makes it really easy. I mean, it does need to be near a source because of that, but it's not really a huge issue for me. I can just plug it into my PC, and then I have a geese looking at me when I'm working on shit on my PC. It's great. I think my one legitimate criticism with the statue, the one thing that I was sort of disappointed by, is the LED. They are bright as fuck, but once you put the Reppuken on it, it dulls it a bit, and it only really lights up the base of the Reppuken, and the other effects that are in front of it don't get hit by it at all. The effect is, you know, enhanced when it's dark, but still, it doesn't really. It would have been nice if the LED somehow could have gone all the way through and lit up the entire Reppuken. But it still doesn't really bother me that much. This thing is so badass. I'm really happy with it. It just looks amazing. I don't know how to get that across to you. I feel like I'm just blabbering about crap. But yeah, I mean, I don't even know what else to say about it. I can't really articulate my thoughts any more than it looks good, it's awesome. And if anyone has a Terry, I need that Terry. I can't just have geese. It's not right. You can't have geese without Terry. But Terry's out of stock. I did have a chance to buy him, but when Terry was, you know, being produced, I was underage. I didn't even have a job. So I had the choice between getting the Terry jacket made, custom made, or getting the Terry statue. And I don't regret getting the jacket done, obviously, because it's such an amazing jacket. But I could have had the jacket done at any time. But the Terry statue was extremely limited, and it does not go on the second-hand market very often. I think over the years, we've found 2 listings, maybe 3. I think 2 listings. One was for $1,000, which I would have gone for, but it was already sold out when we found it. Yeah, it's a very rare statue, so I hope somehow I can get my hands on one. I don't know when or if it will happen. But at least I have geese. But I want both so bad. I love the Connecticut's Terry. I'll give you my review of Connecticut's Terry right now, even though I don't have it. It's amazing. It's perfect. 10 out of 10. That's the best Terry's ever looked in a 3D form ever. That's like the best model of him that exists. But I'll save the rest of that spiel for if I ever get it. But yeah. Next video should be out before Evo. Just so you know, I am working on one. Busting my ass trying to get it done. It's gonna be a pretty big one. So hopefully I can get that out in time, but apart from that, yeah, thanks for watching. Peace.
Sleepwear!